So let's come to our mat and come to our breath. If you have a block or a pillow, before we get started, you might want to go ahead and get that, and also maybe some water as well. And then let's come to our breath, come to our seat. Nice, easy seat. Either sitting cross-legged or full or half lotus, sitting up really tall, long spine. Inhaling and exhaling. Draw your shoulders back and down and away. Relax the muscles of your face, especially your jaw. Notice if you're clenching your teeth, and relax your eyelids as well. Breathing deeply in and out, in through the nose and out through the mouth. We'll practice a little bit of soft belly breathing. We're using the mantra soft and belly to remind us to keep our belly soft. So as we inhale in our mind's eye, think of the word soft. And as you exhale, the word belly. If those words don't resonate with you, choose any two words that do. It might be inhale, exhale, or just breathe, or here and now. But assign a word to the inhale and a word to the exhale. And allow your focus and your attention only to come to the breath and to the words you assign. Letting go of whatever may have come your way today, whatever thoughts you may have in your mind right now, whatever past or future ideas or thoughts may be coming up. Gently push them to the side without judgment, without awareness, and coming here to the moment, to the breath. Making sure your cameras are on and I'm able to see you. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. And exhale, twist, turn to the right, sit up tall. Look over your back shoulder, find a nice twist here. And breath. Inhale, reach again. Interlace your fingers behind your head, fall back just a little bit, find a little opening in the chest and the heart. Find the breath again, using the mantra, the words to assign the inhale and exhale. Really stay right here with me, yogis, right in the moment. Inhale, reach up again, twist to the left. Allowing this to be the moving meditation, staying here, present, focused. If you are able to close your eyes while we're seated, close your eyes so you can really just hone right in on the breath. And inhale, reach up. Come forward, tabletop position. I'm going to turn to the side. You guys stay where you are. Tuck your toes so you can really feel your feet. Inhale, spread your collarbone, let your heart shine, and drop your belly, raise your tail. Really exaggerate this. Now tuck all 10 toes, press into the tops of your feet, round and curl, chin to chest, spine to sky, rainbow. We inhale, uncurl the toes, spread the collarbones, chest lifts, tail lifts, belly drops. And exhale, round curl, cat stretch spine, and continue this for a few more breaths. Continuing with the mantra, the words, and the inhale and exhale, really focus and dialing in right here, right now. Lift just your knees up, press into your hands, floating tabletop, feel your core engage, press the floor away, but feel your core, your legs. Squeeze as if there's an imaginary ball in between your legs. And then press up, turbo facing dog, bent knee down dog. Beautiful. Shake your head yes and no a little bit, getting any tension out of the head and neck. And then go ahead and straighten just the right leg. As much as you can. If your heel doesn't touch, it's fine. Keep the left knee bent. press back into your hands so the tallest point is your tail, your sitting bones, sits bones. Go ahead and bend the right knee, straighten the left, let the heel drop as much as it can, and press back and in. Beautiful. Keep breathing. Keep melting the chest and raising the tail, and then at your pace, don't run your dog, but go ahead and walk your dog. A few times, and then come up on all 10 tiptoes. Your feet are about hip distance apart. Drop both heels to the right and press back. So press back and away. You're going to feel this up the back of the left leg, side of the left leg. Beautiful. Find the breath. Keep breathing. Come back up on tiptoes and both heels to the left and press back again. So out of your hands and into the back body. Really nice. Come back up on all 10 toes. And then go ahead and walk your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, offer your heart and lengthen your spine. Exhale and forward fold. Bend the knees as much as you need or want. And then slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time, nice and easy, nice and tall. And then reach your hands up to the sky and then over to the right. Nice gentle practice today. Just moving our bodies with our breath. Back to center, catch the other wrist, off to the left. Beautiful, so nice to see you guys on your screen. And then back to center again, hands to heart. Beautiful. Sun salutation A, Surya Namaskar. A, inhale, reach to the sky, look up. And exhale, look down to the earth as you forward fold, bend the knees. Offer the heart, inhale, lengthen. And then vinyasa your way or skip the vinyasa. So we either plant the palms and step back to plank, lowering down halfway or all the way. Upward facing dog or cobra. Or you can skip the vinyasa and just meet in downward facing dog. That's where we all meet anyway. The heels touch if possible, but if not, just draw them back down and away. Again, the tailbone is high and the crown is low. And we come back to the breath. Taking these beautiful cleansing breaths, keeping us here in the moment. Take little tiny steps up the top of your mat. Maybe get your whole foot down if you can. Maybe straight legs, maybe bent knees, until you make your feet all the way up to the top. Slide hands to shins or thighs. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Let it go. And then inhale, rise again with a back bend. Nice, easy back bend. Beautiful. Hands back to heart center. First balancing pose, tree pose. We're going to start standing on our right leg and bring the left knee up to chest. Hold on here if that's appropriate. And then we'll turn this into tree pose, your variation. You can stay right here on the earth, above or below the knee, into the inner thigh, or even half lotus. Or if you're feeling super flexible, full extension, I'm not there right now, have to warm up. So whatever's comfortable for you is what I'd like you to take. If you want to hold on, hold on. Try to get yourself nice and tall here, and then take those breaths. Noticing again the inhale and the exhale. Raise the hands up to the sky. If you come out of the tree, come back in. Balance, flexibility, strength. It's our yoga practice. Mindfulness, moving meditation. Beautiful, yogis. Bring the knee back to the chest, the arms wherever it's most comfortable for you. And then step back, high lunge, crescent lunge, up on the tiptoe in the back. Maybe make the stance wider. Bend into the front knee, reach the arms up. Crescent lunge, high lunge. Reach up and back and sink low in the legs. Beautiful. Breathe again. Feel the breath. Big, deep breaths. Reach out and hover. Feel the core. Feel the legs hold you. And then hands to heart center or hands out to airplane as we lift the back leg, launch up into warrior three. We're breathing into warrior three. Maybe a little pulse here in the back leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, right back to crescent lunge. We reach forward again. This time the left hand grazes down, fingertips to earth or block, and we find a twist. Option to come to the outside edge or edges of your feet if you want a little bit more. Option to take some arm circles with that top arm, finding more space. Turning to the back of your mat for wide stance fold. Inhale, lengthen again. Exhale, bend into one knee and then bend into the other knee. A little bit of side runner's lunge here. Options, yogis. You can try crow or take a headstand here if you want, or maybe a hammock pose. Or maybe you're dialing it up a little bit for push-ups. You slide forward, find plank, maybe take some plank push-ups. So again, leaving it up to you here. Listening to your body. Beautiful. Notice where the breath is, if it's getting hung up anywhere. Really let it be full and free. And then turning back to the front of your mat to the low lunge. Stepping back to plank. And either finding down dog right from here, or take your vinyasa. All the way to the earth, or halfway hover, upward facing dog or cobra, and exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Breathe, big deep breaths. Remember to keep the tail high and the crown low. Long straight spine. Breathe. Take your journey to the top of your mat. Walk, step, jump, float, handstand, whatever works. Inhale, lengthen, halfway, look out. Flat back, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, slow or reverse swan dive all the way up for a little back bend. And the hands back into heart center. Noticing if the heart rate has been elevated or if the respiration is faster. I know mine is. So let's come back to center. Come back to center. Come back to the breath being steady and slow and easy. Come back to the heart, beating soft and gently. Take as long as you need. When you're feeling ready to continue, we're standing on the left leg. Make the L with your hand so you know. And hold on if you'd like. The right knee comes up. And we find tree pose, your variation, whatever that might be. Whether it's the floor, the lower above the knee, traditional in the inner thigh, or half lotus or more. We want to keep rotating this knee open, hips open but squared. Start here at heart center, pressing energy between your palms. Breathe. And then maybe reach up to the sky, or maybe take the arms behind you. Any variation you feel like you'd like to take with the arms, or maybe you're just holding at the prayer or holding on to something for balance. Notice again the breath. And if you fall over, just come back. Beautiful. We'll bring the knee back to chest and send it back for crescent lunge, high lunge. Maybe make the stance wider if you'd like. Reach the arms up. Eye gaze up, pinky spin, shoulders draw back, sink down low. Crescent lunge, high lunge. Breath. Reach forward, hover. Feel the legs and feel the core. And then when you're ready, arms heart center or hands out to side. Warrior 3, any variation. If you want a little more, pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to crescent high lunge. Breathe. Notice the heart rate. Settle back down. Reach forward again, hover. The right hand grazes the earth or a block or a pillow. Left hand comes up to sky for twisted lunge. Drop into outside edges or maybe take some arm circles. I gaze up or down wherever the neck feels comfortable. And then we're going to turn to the back of your mat again to wide stance fold. And this time we're going to come halfway up, flat back. Turn the heels in and the toes out. Drop into the squat. Maybe take it up to the tiptoes. And then pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cartwheel down. Step back to plank. Let's hold plank. Moving towards our next posture, Vashisthasana, side plank. Right hand moves to center, stack the bones. Either take the right knee down for a little less, or leave it up for a little more. Side plank. Take any variation here that you like, whether the hand is to the sky or reaching forward. Maybe you want to lift the back leg up. Yogi's choice here, but we'll count it out for a 10 count. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, plank again. Press back, downward facing dog. Option to take vinyasa or option to rest in child's pose. So yogis, think about what you need. And if you want a little more, go ahead and take some push-ups here. Maybe 5 or 10 push-ups. Or maybe just the vinyasa. Or maybe nothing. Beautiful. Who's that? Taking those push-ups strong. Look at you. Awesome. I see. So good. Let's all take a child's pose or seated on our knees before we take the other side plank, so that we're strong on both sides. Beautiful. Let's come back here to center again. Coming back to the breath and back to a resting heart. Moving towards side plank on the left side. Decide how much or little you'd like to take. And head towards that next posture, Vashisthasana, left side. Make sure to stack the bones. I'm going to take the knee down on this one. Reach up. An option to lift the leg. And once it's there, if you want more, you can always pulse and add a little bit more for side plank. Breathe. Go ahead and count it out to yourself on 10. We all end in plank and then make a decision how to get to down dog. Either just go or take the vinyasa. And if your cameras are off, please turn them on. Finding down dog here, breathe. Right leg reaches for the sky, open up hip on hip. Elevate up on the tiptoe and go ahead and open and close the leg. Option to flip your dog. If you flip your dog, go ahead and do it. And if you don't, but maybe you will. Step through low lunge, pull it up and in, step through. Spin the back heel down 45 degrees and cartwheel open to warrior 2. Finding this warrior 2 strong. Noticing again the breath. Go ahead and take a pumping warrior one time for a little rest. And right back in to the warrior 2. Reach forward and then exalt. Stay low in the front knee, reach back. We'll come right into side angle, but let's hover here like we're holding a huge beach ball. Make sure we're bending into that front knee. Breathe. Gently slide the back hand back, warrior two, pump one more time. This time straight leg, triangle pose. Use a block here if you like. I love a block here. Hand either on the block, the shin, or the thigh, and we open the shoulders to stack. So we tuck this bottom one under the top one, the hips are open. Hand either on hip or to sky, or reaching up and over, your choice. Finding breath. If you want a little more, you can hover here, work the obliques, and a little less, re-rest. But don't jump into the hand, try to be up on the fingertips here. Really nice. Imagine your body's trying to fit through two panes of glass, and they're really, really small, and you're just trying to squeeze yourself in there. Beautiful. Exalted triangle, reach up and back. And second triangle, we'll breathe here for 5. And then we'll attempt half moon. Half moon, we bend the front knee just a little bit and slide the hand forward and off to the side as we try to kick the back leg up as much as you can. Hand either to sky or to hip. And we're still open like we were in triangle, shoulders are stacked. Beautiful. Breathe. No rush, but we'll finish in forward fold. Turning to the top of your mat. Forward fold, bend the knees as much as you need to. Maybe take peace sign grip on the big toes and inhale. Option here for crow pose if it's in your practice to jump back to vinyasa. We're going to meet in a downward facing dog. So yogi's choice here. Maybe you are taking the crow. Maybe you'll jump back. Up dog or cobra. And exhale. Press back, downward facing dog. This time the left leg reaches for the sky. We elevate up on the right toes and we bring hip over hip and move things around and perhaps flip the dog. Unwind, knee to nose, knee to forehead, pull it through. All the way in between the hands, spin the back foot, 45, and cartwheel open, warrior two. Pump warrior once, effort and ease, and back into the posture. Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Reach forward and exalt. Stay in that front leg, let the knee come right over the ankle, press to the outside edge of the back foot. Where's the breath? Notice where it is. Is it getting caught up in your face, in your chest, in your throat? Bring it to your belly, strong and full. And then side angle pose. Hovering or not. Breathe. Really grounding into the feet, feeling the energy of the earth holding you right where you are. Beautiful. Breathe. Warrior 2, slide the back hand back, pumping warrior 1 time, straight leg. Triangle pose, step the back foot in, 1 footprint. Use the block or pillow or not. And we find Trikonasana, triangle pose. Again, imagining the body is against a wall behind you. Shoulders and hips flat against the wall. Option to take both hands out like a beach ball. Or option to rest a little bit on the block or the earth. Keep the breath moving. And we flip this up to exalt the triangle, reach up and away. Again, still, shoulders squared, hips open. Beautiful, breathe. Front hand comes back down for Trikonasana, triangle pose again, second time. Really opening the body here, maybe even feeling a little bit more open. And then sliding forward the front hand, bending into the front knee, and lifting the back leg up for Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. When you're in the half moon, you might want to float the front hand or maybe even reach for the back foot. Breathe. Beautiful. Stay as long as you'd like. We finish in forward fold. Any variation of that you like. Beautiful half moon. Forward fold. And then slowly rise one vertebrae at a time for a back bend here of your choice. Maybe you take your hands for a supported back bend, or maybe you take your hands behind your head, opening the chest and the heart a little more. Maybe you take even more than that. We finish in mountain pose. Take that back bend now. Take a couple breaths there. And then when you get to mountain pose, go ahead and take a couple figure eights. Maybe shake things out a little bit, getting rid of some energy here. And then coming to stillness when you're ready. Maybe you want to windshield wiper the arms. So yogis, just kind of move the body however it wants to move right now. And then when you're ready to come to stillness, you'll just come to stillness to mountain pose. So finding mountain pose, breathe. Maybe getting a drink, that's what I just did. I couldn't find my water bottle. Make sure to drink as much as you can all during the day, especially before practice. Pre-hydrate. Finding this mountain pose again. One hand on belly, one hand on heart. And step your feet together. Inhale, reach to the sky, look up. And exhale, fold down to the earth. Bend the knees. Inhale, lengthen and look out halfway, and then walk, step, jump, or float to plank. Lower down slow and controlled. All the way or halfway, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, child's pose, everyone rest. Option here to take a headstand if it's in your practice, or a handstand against the wall. Option to practice crow here if you're practicing an arm balance or any other arm balance that you'd like, or option just to rest in child's pose, either legs closed or open, or maybe you like to sit up here. Whatever feels right for you, whatever you're working on or not working on. Maybe you want to take some more push-ups here. Maybe this is your workout and you're feeling super energized and you want to come forward for a couple of push-ups. Go for that. Beautiful. We're almost finished. It's only a 45-minute class, so we're just going to get out the rest of your energy that needs to go and then find a nice seat or child's pose for breath. In this next breath work, we won't use a mantra, but we will count. So in this next breath work, whatever's comfortable for you, it can be a count of 3, 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever works. We're going to inhale to a certain number, hold the breath just for a moment, And exhale the exact same number. So you'll count in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let it go. And so you choose how many counts there are. Just make sure they're equal on the inhale and the exhale. So take a few moments here to center yourself again and do about 3 or 4 rounds of this inhale equal exhale. And after you've done a few rounds, come back to your natural breath. These breath techniques that we use during our practice that I break down for you, you can do 1 round, just quick, calm yourself down, or you can use it for a 20-minute meditation. And so that's the beauty of the breath work. Maybe you just need it in the moment to calm down at a red light after someone cut you off, or maybe you had an argument with a friend, or you're about to say something you wish you didn't say. Maybe it's that. Or maybe you need to just chill for 15 minutes and you go sit somewhere quiet and you work on your breath. And so yogis, I invite you to practice as often as you can, not only your yoga asanas, your postures, but also your breath work, your pranayama. Let's find downward facing dog. We're almost through. Bring the right leg up to the sky again. Step it through, crescent lunge. We've been here before, so we're going to step through and then rise up, stay up on the tiptoe in the back. Both arms come up initially, and then the right hand stays and the left hand comes down. Lean forward, reach forward, and then catch the back foot in the left hand, if you can. And either stay here or lean forward, keep the knee tucked in for dancer pose. Keep reaching out, looking past your fingertips, and lifting up the back foot as much as you can. Keep breathing. Stay with me because we're moving on. This hand in the front is going to catch the knee. The back hand's going to either stay at the hip or reach behind you. And if you'd like to try a little something different, reach the hand for the outside of the foot, stay here, or begin to extend. Dancing Shiva. Breathe. If you come out, come right back. We'll finish in crescent lunge where we started. So kick it back, step it back, rise. Beautiful. And then vinyasa, hands touch, step back plank, and either down dog or go ahead and take more. Push-ups or vinyasa, and downward facing dog. Take a big breath in and let's sigh it out. Let's hear. Ah. Do that again. Big breath in. Big sigh, let it go. Ah. Last time in. And we sigh it out. Left leg reaches high, steps through, crescent lunge. Step it through, rise up. You got it. Both hands reach. Left hand stays, right hand reaches down. We catch the right foot as we launch forward, finding dancer pose. If you'd like, you can hold on to a wall here. Just turn yourself to the side to find something to hold on to and take the posture like that. Working on balance, flexibility, and strength, not necessarily in that order. Breathe. Keep this left hand out forward and catch the right knee. Hand reaches out to the side. I'm going to turn. Or to the hip. Stay here or reach for the foot. Extend. And look over your back hand. Lots of choices, yogis. We step back, crescent lunge, high lunge. And then vinyasa, your way. Lower down, slow and controlled, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Take the knees down, cross the feet, and sit back on your bottom. Beautiful. Feet together, knees apart, bound angle pose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Use the elbows to open out the knees, hip opener. If this doesn't feel good for any reason, don't do it. Just sit with a nice, easy cross-legged seat. Beautiful. Hug the knees into your chest. Egg pose or rock pose. Tuck your chin to chest. Crown to knees. Curl the spine like a cat stretch here. And then when you're ready, extend both feet out in front, seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Take some flesh out from underneath you. Sit up really tall. Feel your sitting bones on the earth. And then reach out like you want to reach for my hands. Reach for my hands, lift your chin up, and maybe catch your toes or your ankles, shins, or something else. Keep leaning forward, chin off chest. Forward again, bend the knees a little bit if you need to. If not, slide forward more. Really nice, yogis, looking so good. Beautiful. With the breath, we slowly come up and lower down one vertebrae at a time until you're laying down on your back, finding a back bend of your choice, either a half bridge or a full wheel. You're going to do 2 of those back bends. So half bridge or full wheel. If you're in the half bridge, I'll turn to the side here. The fingers almost graze the heels. They don't have to quite touch. The eye gaze and the chin are facing totally up, straight ahead. Don't turn your head. So don't look at me, just listen. Then you'll lift your hips up, and this could be enough. Keep the chin off the chest. Maybe the hands interlace. Maybe you roll to the outside edges and tuck the shoulder blades together for bridge pose. If you're taking full wheel, the hands come back by the shoulders. We lift up to full wheel back bend, Trikonasana, and breathe here for a few good rounds of breath. We release and windshield wiper the knees from right to left, releasing any tension. And then maybe you want to take some crunches. You can take your feet together, knees apart here, or you can just take the legs out straight. Go ahead and take some crunches before we finish up our second back bend. So take as many as it feels appropriate for you, or maybe you're just resting here, hands on belly or hands on earth. Yogi's choice again. So find your way. Preparing for your second back bend, either full wheel or half bridge again. And after you finish your second back bend with a couple of breaths, finding yourself in your final postures, whatever they may be. So if you're working on a posture, if you want to go upside down in an inversion, go ahead and take whatever it is that you need right now. If there's another balancing pose you wanted, or a third back bend even, or a fish pose, go ahead and take that. And then find yourself, when you're ready, to settle down in your final posture, Shavasana, which could either be on your back or on your side, or seated against the wall, or laying down with legs up the wall. Again, so many choices for that final relaxation of your yoga practice. And so I invite you to find wherever's the most comfortable for you right now. And also letting you know that when I finish doesn't need to be when you finish. So class is officially over at 5:15, but you don't need to get up, yogi, you're home. You can stay in this meditative Shavasana state for as long as your body wants, as long as your soul wants to be resting. I just ask that you continue to notice the breath and let the thoughts come without judgment and let them go. So as the body settles down, we might notice we're clenching our teeth, our eyes might be scrunched together. We want to make sure that we don't want any tension in our body. Yogis, today's reading is about breaking through your blocks. Sometimes we're so blocked in a particular area we don't even consider a breakthrough a possibility. We're so blocked we don't even see our block. So stay open and don't limit yourself. Something that yesterday seemed entirely unfeasible and forever beyond your grasp may tomorrow or next month or next year or even today, yogi, become something you can do naturally and something that's available to you. It can come as a total surprise in an area you haven't even considered. Your breakthrough may happen in an area you've been struggling with and working on, or one you didn't even know existed. Life is more than just setbacks, and it's never static. Appreciate and respect where you are now, but let yourself move to the next level when it's time. Celebrate your breakthroughs when they come, and also learn to listen to that quiet voice, that fleeting thought that says, "Why don't you?" Even if it's something you've never considered before. Again, yogis, I encourage you to sit here with your breath or lay here with your breath, allowing this practice that we just did to sink in, staying in the moment just for a little bit longer where there's peace. Knowing you can use any of the breath techniques that we learned today anytime you need to. Until our paths cross again, yogis, I wish you peace, love, and light. Namaste.